have no idea if I want to like hold it and be like a little podcast little thing like this, or should I put it on my hoodie like this? We'll do this so my hands are free and I can be very talkative with my hands. Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are new here, hello. I am Casey. I am very glad you are here to join me in this video. As you can see from the title of this video, we will be talking about Beyonce's new album, Cowboy Carter. But wait. Do not leave this video yet, I promise. I know my channel is about horses, and that will be the main subject of this video. I just thought it made a little bit more sense to do a little part of the video to be like about the music of the album, especially for someone who's such a music lover like me. If you didn't know, I absolutely love music. I like to analyze music, especially music that people have been on their toes about since the announcement, which was, I think, during the Super Bowl, which was like about a month ago. So everyone's been waiting for this album to come out. And especially a Beyonce album. Like, I don't know a single Beyonce album that we at least like knew of before it came out, because, you know, there was that one album when she was just like, surprise shawty. Wow, I really hope you guys can't hear that. My neighbor is leaf blowing. My only issue about waiting is that I don't have much time tomorrow, and I really wanted this video to come out on Monday. I really wanted this video to still be relevant by the time it came out. So, you know, it came out Friday and I wanted it to come out Monday. So I think I'm just gonna go along with it, and hopefully it stops sometime soon. We will see. And so Beyonce coming out with an album, but then also turning it around and going, hey y'all, I will be going country. Stop the world from spinning, all right? Like, we can't move until this album comes out. And truthfully, not that that hasn't been done before, because I'm not saying that. I think Post Malone's doing the same thing. Like, I've heard he's kind of stepping into the country industry, and truthfully, I think he was somewhat in it before he got famous. But I think you guys should fact check me on that one. I'm not 100% sure. Also, when it was announced, I saw a lot of criticism like, what does Beyonce know about country? And to be fair, I don't know if Beyonce knows anything about country, but you know, I'ma just base it off the fact that she is from Texas. Like, how does she not know at least something about country? You know, that's not a determining factor either. You know, I'm just spitting it out there. And then on top of it, y'all want to act like she didn't have a country song with the Dixie Chicks that was released in like 2016. So like, I just don't think country is like that new to her as a person. And then on top of it, I just don't think people should criticize artists that are in one genre wanting to experiment with another. Like, I just don't think that is a bad thing, because that is how music evolved. The music we have today is because of past influences, as well as those past influences merging into other genres, doing experimental things with their music, and truthfully creating a whole different genre of music. I also want to say, like, I'm not the biggest country fan. I kind of just started dabbling into it. Like, I really like Zach Bryan. I just think you need to find your subgenre of country, and then you'll be okay. Like, I don't really like Luke Bryan country, but I like Zach, isn't that his name? Luke Bryan. Who's the guy that's on The Voice, or was on The Voice? I don't like country like that. Like, it's too much for me. If anything, I find it funny. Which, you know, that's just how I take it. Until I just like more folky country, then I don't even know what to call Luke Bryan's stuff. Country. Like I said before, I just think music would be so boring without the influences of other artists and other artists doing what's different. Beyonce is not doing something that's completely out of the ordinary. Getting that off my chest, here are the top 5 songs that I loved off the album so far. Like I said, it just came out yesterday, so like, it could change with like the more I listen to it. But as of right now, here are my top 5s. I just absolutely love this album. It's just a giant fusion of pop, country, rap, and like soul all together, and I just think it was beautifully made. That's all I gotta say. At number 5, I like Daughters. Number 4 is Tyrant. Number 3 is Levi Jeans. I really like that one. I think that's a really fun song. A fun, not like fun, but like, I don't know, I was getting groovy to it. Jolene. Before we get into Jolene, she got Dolly Parton, Willie Nelson, Miley Cyrus all on the album, and then I have to look up the other artists. But I also heard that they're up and coming Black country artists, so I really want to look into them. I just haven't had the time yet, but I will be looking into them. At least giving them a shot, you know? Like I just said, I'm not like huge into country, so they might not fit into my version of country that I like, but you always got to give someone a shot, you know? And then number 1 is Blackbirds. I'm not sure if I mentioned yet, but like the Beatles were a huge influence when I was growing up, and not like they were around when I was growing up, but like just more of my sister was really into them, so like I was really into them, and then my dad knew a lot of their songs and would play them sometimes. So Blackbird already being one of my top favorite Beatles songs, I was very happy to hear Beyonce's version of Blackbird. If you guys listen to the album, comment down below which ones are your favorite songs. I'd love to know. I hope that was quick enough, but moving on to the main reason of this video. I'm going to be talking about Beyonce's album cover for this album, and like, I guess somewhat of the issues of it. Like, as a full picture, like not getting into the nitty gritty of it, I actually really like this album cover. Personal preference, I do think it's a little too patriotic, but like, I don't know, country itself is pretty patriotic, so like, I guess it works, but like, maybe it's just like the whole red, white, and blue thing. I was like, you could probably have gone with a different choice of colors. But besides that, I was just like, yeah, I actually really like this. First topic is that she uses a horse in her cover. And I've heard like people not liking celebrities using horses for like as like props, right? And personally, I don't think it's a like necessarily a bad thing. Like for me, it's only bad when they're being abused. Like I've seen this one photo, I'm gonna put it right here, hopefully I can find it, but it was like of Zac Efron riding a horse. And then I was sitting here like, what is that? Like, get this man off of this horse. Logan Paul wasn't really riding the horse properly either. And I was just like, that's where I would sit here and be like, no, that's abuse, right? But I think like, honestly, just a few days ago, like Bella Hadid, which just happens to be an equestrian too. So I just like, don't think she would post anything that looks harmful to the horse anyways. But like, I think it was like the cover of Vogue or something, and she posted a little video on her Instagram of her just laying down on a horse, like posing, and the horse was just standing there. And I was just sitting there like, the horse is fine to me. Like I would have to dig into that horse's day-to-day life to figure out if it's being abused or not by its own owner. But like it being used as a prop in this moment and what I get from this video, that horse is chilling. I don't know if that's like a controversial take or not, but like I just could care less if someone uses a horse as a prop, as long as the horse is not being abused. As long as the horse is being treated fairly, by all means, like, do it. Also being said, I'm like 95% sure Beyonce is photoshopped like onto the horse. She's not riding the horse unless she was taking horseback riding lessons that I didn't know about. But you know, she could be a very private person. Like we might not know that she's taking horseback riding lessons, but unless she's taking lessons and somehow is just like a really good equestrian, like she ain't doing that. She was very much photoshopped onto this horse. I am a photographer myself. I'm okay with Photoshop, especially when it's more of like an artistic take on it. I just thought we can dissect this as equestrians together. First thing that I was like, this doesn't make any sense, is the horse's legs. It was the biggest that I saw of the album cover, and it's the front legs are in a running gait. Like I'm just like, okay, cool, but the back are in a trot, and I'm just like, these don't mix. It's just funny. Like, as a non-horse person, like I just don't think anyone would really catch that. But as someone who does ride horses, that was like the first thing that I was like, what? Which also leads me to like the thought of they probably used AI for this. Like it's very clear that they used AI for this, because if they got an equine photographer or at least had some person with some type of horse knowledge even look at this album, they would have sat there and was like, that's wrong. Next thing is the bridle. I know the little piece behind the ears by the pole, like, unless I'm just like not hip on like Western tack, which truthfully I'm not, but like the little piece, it looks like it's a little snap-on button thing. Like, when we get those, I don't think we have them, to be fair. So I'm just like, AI, unless you want to jerry rig a bridle, and that's like the wrong way to even do that. Bit area, like, it's just, hold on, I need the photo in front of me. Like, the leather part is like attached to the noseband, right? Which, like, cool for I think like a bitless bridle, right? But like, you clearly see the metal part of the bit. I don't know, it's just like weird. Like that piece should be attached to the bit. That piece should very much be connected to the bit, but it's connected to the noseband, which is fine if it has a noseband. But the reins are connected to the bit. That's just how it's supposed to be. It's still somewhat in the wrong place, but like, at least it's connected to the bit. The bridle in general is all over the place. Like the buckle right there, like that's weird on near the cheek. Like, kind of staying on the topic of the bridle, if you go up the reins, right? And cool, she's holding the reins, but one side of the rein connected to the bit, whatever goes up, she's holding it, but the other side of the rein is like connected to the saddle, and I'm just like, wrong again. Wrong again. That's all I can say about it. Like, it's just wrong. Like, why is it connected to the saddle and why is it not going to the other side of the horse? The horse doesn't have a saddle pad. I don't care, for my horses at least. Like, I don't care how well fitted a saddle is. Like, I just think you should have a saddle pad underneath your saddle. I think, like, in theory, you don't need a saddle pad if your saddle just fits that well, but something about not using a saddle pad, I'm just like, that just seems uncomfortable though. So like, I'm gonna just keep using saddle pads, and that's just my opinion. Another thing about the saddle, it kind of looks like there's two different stirrups. So there's obviously the one that's hanging down, and then it kind of looks like there's another stirrup or something that she's putting her heel in. So that's weird. If you saw something that I didn't see, just make sure you comment that down below, because I'd love to know. Like, I just find it so funny how AI generated this whole horse was. I think AI is like, okay, like, I'm still somewhat new to the concept of it, but it can also be dangerous. Like, I can see where people are like, it's dangerous, and I'm just like, just use it for good. And I don't think this was used for good, especially when like we have artists, like, I'm pretty sure Beyonce has the money to spend on equine photographers, or just like a photographer in general. I guess I don't really necessarily blame her to be like, is the horse correct? Because like, I just don't think people think about that stuff, you know? Like, I just don't really blame her. But if she got an equine photographer, the equine photographer could probably point out all of the things that are wrong in this AI generated horse. And so I just think, as a photographer myself, as an artist myself, I just think it is really important to still use your resources like that. Like, I just didn't think there was a reason to not use an equine photographer. It's just me advocating for the artists of the world, and how like AI can replace us. Like, I just see where technology is going. AI is just going to get smarter, right? Like, this was very AI'd, and we were able to catch all the flaws of AI. Like, say in a few years' time, like, you're going to be looking at an AI photo and it looks immaculate, and you're sitting here like, you just don't see what is AI'd about whatever photo or book you're reading, right? I'm not really fighting against AI, because it's just like, I don't see it going away anytime soon either, but like, I'm also trying to advocate for artists, and I just don't think artists should be replaced by AI, and that's just clearly what happened in this this situation, right? But I really hoped you enjoyed this video. I'm sorry it's not like a video of me riding or anything. This is like the first time I'm doing like an opinionated video like this, and so if you like this type of content, let me know and I could probably still come out with some more talking videos or opinion videos. I would love to, you know, just sit down and chat. I think this would be fun. Maybe I'll turn it into a little podcast or something, like, who knows. And that being said, I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if you liked, please give it a thumbs up and please hit that subscribe button. Every single one of you subscribers really help. I'm so close to 300 subscribers, so if we can get to that number, it'd be so amazing. And then on TikTok, I'm so close to 10,000 subscribers. So if we can get there, I think I'm about like a little less, maybe a little over 300 away. So if we can make it there, that'd be amazing. There is already a little hint in this video about what my next video will be about. This is a hint to what my next video will be. So I will see you in my next video. Bye!